So previously I worked in insurance. From there I went into the customer service sector. I've had a mixture of different skills that I've learned over the years, from dealing with sort of business to business and dealing with sort of the public. So I've just generated a lot of skills over the years. I had sort of an interest in care, so that was the reason I went into this field. So just right from the beginning, I understood how important the carers would be to this sort of model, as in carer at home care. So that was my main interest, as in a company that looks after their staff. Dan has done a brilliant job over the last 4 to 5 years of getting that message out. So that's what really stood out, how we're carer-centric. We prioritise carers, and by looking after the carers and making sure they've got a happy, relaxed, sort of easy working environment, makes them sort of stick around. We have a much lower turnover of staff. But that was the biggest standout for me when I was looking at different franchises. So the highlight for me was, I didn't come from a care background, so I was completely new to it. But the highlight for me was just how easily Dan and Visiting Angels head office made it for myself. Just right from the beginning, over a 5-day period, it was a classroom setting, but they just went through it stage by stage. And for someone who was new to care, they really made it easy for me. So when I did go back to my office and did start, such a good foundation. After that, there was a regular one-to-ones, video calls in place as well. So I never felt like I didn't get the right training, but I think they've really been supportive throughout this whole period. So the first thing I would say is I'm part of a big franchise at this point. So I've got a lot of business owners that I can speak to on a daily basis. They're really helpful. If I reach out to them, they come back to me straight away. I've got Bella, who's the South Area Manager. She's always available and she's always visiting me on a regular basis as well. Things that I need to improve on or things that are really going really well. Again, she comes in and brainstorms and gives me new ideas on how I can improve just the whole business model. So overall, the bigger picture is they're really supportive. Being a part of the franchise model with Dan from Sheffield, there's regular sort of updates I get, and there's a lot of one-to-one training and support. For myself, I've got a young family, so I've got 2 boys at home. One's 3 years old and one's 7 months. So there's a lot going on at home, but being self-employed just gives me a lot of flexibility. So that would be probably the biggest thing. Also, the work I do, as in the field we're in, it's quite rewarding. So I don't see it as a job or a business. So far it's been going really well. Been open since October last year, but since we've been open, we've had vast amount of carers join us, just because they understood our carer-centric sort of values, and also word of mouth has got out there as well. So clients have been contacting us just through referrals. The top tip I would give would be to do your research. You need to know exactly what you're getting yourself into. There is challenges with the business, but also there's a lot of great things with it. It's worth talking to other business owners that have been running for 1 or 2 years, and you'll be able to get a bit of understanding actually what's involved. The difference the franchise has made to me is I've been able to get a work-life balance. Like I mentioned before, I've got 2 little boys at home, so I'm able to spend a bit more time with them. But also, I've gone away from doing a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job. What I've got myself into now is a lot more rewarding. Seeing myself make a difference in people's lives. So that's probably the most, 2 really important things to me.